Pop Spot coming at you. I keep stumbling across really interesting stories from the early days of rap and hip hop, and today is no different. This is a group called the Cold Crush Brothers, and a song called Punk Rock Rap. Punk rock rap. And so this group is interesting because early on, apparently, some of their work was basically stolen by Sugar Hill Records and ended up turning up on, it was a guy named Grandmaster Caz. It ended up turning up as part of Rapper's Delight by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. So that's kind of interesting, and in fact, Grandmaster Caz was never given any money. He didn't give permission for the lyrics to be used, so kind of crappy. And they actually, Jay-Z ends up mentioning them in a song from 2001. The single Izzo. He says, "I'm overcharging for what they did to the Cold Crush. Pay us like you owe us for all the years that you hoed us." So kind of interesting. They also became one of the first crossover hits because of this song was so popular with white audiences too. And they, in fact, are still together and performing. So pretty remarkable for a group that was started in 1978, and they're still around. So let's listen. I've heard the first little bit again, and it sounds interesting. They apparently are known for their kind of innovative style and kind of theatrical way of performing. They would like stomp on stage and all sorts of stuff as part of the performance. So let's see what they've got going on here.
We got a punk rock rap. We got a punk rock rap. If you can punk, then you can rock. So why you punk? Real rap. We got it like punk rock rap. You can do it, and so can you. Punk rock rap. It only takes you a minute or two. Punk rock rap. That you're almost done. Punk rock rap. Grab someone and let's have fun. Punk rap, punk rap. Punk rock.
So this reminds me of some song that I can't think of the name of. So I'll keep thinking about it, but it's interesting because it's some of the instrumental parts are really dated, the do 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 do, that sort of thing. But the lyrics and how they're singing / rapping really reminds me of something else. Maybe it's the Beastie Boys. Let's keep listening.
Start dancing to the punk rock rap. Rock rap. Rap rock.
That's neat.
Rock rap. Rap rock.
Shake your head and body if you like to party. We want you to be free. That's the way it should be. Shake your head and body if you like to party. We want you to be free. That's the way it should be.
And if you are hot,
Oh yeah.
you are hot.
See, and this part feels kind of like a 50s, 60s R&B kind of thing, like you might hear on whatever the Animal House soundtrack. But definitely, I can see how the Beastie Boys were influenced by these guys because it sounds very similar.
And if you want call me Almighty, or call me. And if you want and if you want she ain't no 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Let yourself unwind, forget your troubles. Take a little time to rock with us. Don't get left behind, just let your head down. And do the fun rock with the full crush. It's not hard to do, it's fun and easy. What about the form so you can dance? Our rock is new, the next sensation. But we're bringing you to it in advance. Let yourself unwind, forget your troubles. Take a little time to rock with us. Don't get left behind, just let your head down. And do the fun rock with the full crush. Do the fun rock with the full crush. Do the fun rock with the go. Do the fun rock with the go. Do the fun rock with the go. Crush, 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 crush.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. I like what's going on there because I think I mean it really sounds like this group was really influential on a number of groups. So I want to read a little bit of this entry on Wikipedia. The Cold Crush Brothers became involved in one of hip-hop's most historic moments when Joey Robinson, son of Sugar Hill Records founder Sylvia Robinson, happened to hear Big Bank Hank, a part-time club bouncer and former manager of Grandmaster Caz, rapping to a Cold Crush Brothers tape, while working at a pizzeria in New Jersey. Robinson informed Hank that he was forming a group called the Sugar Hill Gang and asked Hank if he would join. Hank accepted, although he was not an MC. Hank then took Grandmaster Caz's rhymes and used them as his own with no agreement from Caz. Caz's lyrics landed in a song by the Sugar Hill Gang called, Sugar Hill Gang, not Grandmaster Flash, called Rapper's Delight. The song became a huge hit in 1979 and was the first hip-hop single to land in the top 40 charts. Caz never received any credit or compensation for the rhymes that he contributed. Because of the attention they began to attract many groups. Because of the this is poorly written on Wikipedia. Because of the attention, they began to attract. Okay, yeah, that's just poorly written. Many groups would try to battle them to gain street cred. and for hip hop supremacy. This would lead to a fierce and well known rivalry with the Fantastic Five, culminating in a lyrical battle between the groups on July 3rd, 1981. The grand prize was $1,000 cash. The Fantastic Romantic, as they later came to be known due to popularity with female audience, Five won the battle, but as said by Grandmaster Caz, the Cold Crush brothers won the war after tapes of the battles began circulating in the streets, and people clearly thought the Cold Crush brothers had won the battle. This established them as one of the strongest underground hip-hop crews of all time. So, yeah, pretty interesting. And then their second single, released in the fall of 1983, so why is this in the 1982 slot? I don't know. Was Punk Rock Rap on Epic Records, licensed by UK CBS Associated Records overseas, blah blah blah. Was the first hip-hop recording to fuse hip-hop and rock and break the color barrier in hip-hop. The resulting introduction... I can't talk or read. The recording introduced the sound of hip-hop and rock to the white youth in America, and around the world. The Cold Crush Brothers' punk rock rap was so widely popular that at the time, up-and-coming hip-hop artist Doug E. Fresh sampled the phrase "oh my god" for his now classic hip-hop single The Show, released in 1985. So yeah, pretty interesting. These guys, and like I said, they're still around. They were listed on VH1 as ranked 77 in the greatest songs of hip-hop with the song Wild Style. I'm sorry, At the Dixie from Wild Style. And yeah, pretty interesting. I had not heard of these guys, and I know there's a lot of controversy that took place in the early days of rap and hip-hop where people were being taken advantage of just like at any other time in the music industry when something new and different comes around. So kind of annoying, but I'm glad to hear that these guys are still around, and I hope they've had good lives. So, and in fact, a couple of them, the past members, a couple have died. So they're still around though, and that's pretty cool. So hey, Papa Squat, checking out. I will see you tomorrow.